We are here at Sebring. I'm Dan Johnson, and today I'm talking with Randy Schlitter, the man behind the new Raven. Now, we saw this in bare bones at Oshkosh, sort of bare bones.
2013 Oshkosh, we had it there naked.
And speaking of which, that was year number 30 for the company, was it not?
Yes, it was.
So there you go. My arithmetic is not as shabby as some people think.
Yeah, 83, 13, yeah.
All right, have a good day. 30 years, so now you're counting 31 and going. Say, it looks great, like your airplanes always do, Randy.
Thank you, Jimmy.
And it's nice to see it with some actual skin on it, so you can fly it now.
We
fly
fly
this
better
one
that
down
way.
here?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you always do, I know.
Yeah,
so.
first flight was on December 22nd.
No kidding, really? It's that fresh, huh?
Yes, paint's dry, careful.
Great. What did you find out as you finished up the project? Anything new that you discovered about it? They went, oh yeah, we didn't think of that, or gee, this is better than
we
we
had a
thought,
little bit of quickness on the rudder, and we changed the overhang on that. And that's about it. Everything's fell in really good. We predicted it'd be a couple of knots faster than the 7. It is.
Is it? Okay.
We predicted it'd
despite being wider than the 7.
Yeah, there's a thing about ratios and stuff as you make aerodynamic shapes. If they're long, tall, and narrow, they drag your around.
Okay, that's probably something most people wouldn't intuitively think. You just think,
Right.
a smaller space like this would go through
Well,
the
and
airplane.
a lot of times the tandem will have a little bit more wetted area.
Okay.
And the fuselage on this is less wetted area, so that's part of it.
So review for us how this airplane came together out of other bits and pieces of
Yeah, we have a
previous
big
of your
box of
designs.
Legos sitting around the factory. There's S7 wing here, S7 tail. It uses a 6 firewall forward, 6 rudder pedals, control stick, S7 horizontal, new rudder and vertical, and the S7 wing and fuel system. So we calculated loosely that we had to create 15% of aircraft, so it shouldn't take but a few weeks.
We all know how that goes.
Famous last
And
words.
even for somebody that's done as many.
Now, this is
this
aviation
21
weeks.
for you? Is this
21.
Is it 21?
22.
So, and with some work on other things in between time, but nearly all of those 21 have come to market.
Yep.
I think 1 or 2 that did not, in my
Well,
memory
we
of
didn't
it.
build the 11 or the 13 or the 7. There's the first version of the 17 that we didn't build. So we've designed a lot of airplanes.
You have designed a lot of
and there's
airplanes.
some in our closet we haven't shown anybody. So
Well, we won't go into those, but we had to chase people away, so don't go away, folks, come on back. But we had to chase people away from the airplane. It's really drawn a crowd.
This hits the nail on the head. What people are looking for nowadays, they want something really easy to get in and out of, solid feeling, tough enough to do the job of flying in the bush or putting it on floats, and having nice aesthetics and a nice scale. It's not a little tiny tinker toy thing.
Yeah, it's a nice big roomy
Yeah, it's
airplane
got a nice
inside.
size, yeah.
Earlier you showed us how you can arrange the seats and stuff, and you could,
Yeah.
sleep in the thing if you wanted to. And I noticed a couple of things in the back there. You got a nice netting that pulls out any luggage you put back there, and you got a lot of room. You got a couple of tennis balls back there too.
Yeah, what are those for?
Yeah, what are those for?
Well, they're actually split, and we put them on the door so people don't clamp over.
I thought it was an aerobatic thing or something.
Well, yeah, we
'Cause,
try
I
to
know
keep
you like
those,
to get upside down
we go
once
up
in a
there,
while.
we try to get those balls doing this thing,
So, anything else about the airplane that's new and different that we should be telling people about that you want to communicate?
Sure, we got the 7 wing and most of the 7 tail, so that we were curious what the personality of the aircraft would be.
Yeah, you didn't know that when it was bare bones yet.
That's right, and most of the guys have flown said, yeah, it's a lot like a 7, but it's starting to emerge its own personality, which we love.
And give me one example of how that would be, how people would perceive that.
Well, obviously it has a different sound and vibration because of the harmonics of the fuselage that's wider versus narrower.
Okay.
The windows are very stabilized and smooth and quiet. The vent system's on the dash instead of little rattly vents on the windows. So people get in and it's like smooth, quiet. Hey, I can sit.
They see it as a little bit of a step up then, maybe
kind
from
of a Cadillac ride.
Yeah. And I'm looking over your shoulder here at that door, and that's the 7 door or very close
Oh
to the
no,
7 door.
it's a whole new door.
Well, but I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is
7 door's
it's this
60
big,
inches.
wide, long
Yeah.
thing that.
Well, this is 51 and the 60, so the 7 doors are about 9 inches.
Well, you got tandem seating you got to cope with there, but here this has got to be. I mean, I didn't go get in it yet, but it looks like this would be an easy entry for
Very
some
much.
of us older guys that don't bring our knees up to our chin so well
Yeah,
anymore.
because you could slide the seat back like 6 inches, and then you
That's
can
right.
get
They had
around
a
the
big
stick.
range. Okay.
And then you got the wider door to allow you to get into the baggage.
Ah, true, right. Loading in the
You know,
aft.
over the years, we noticed people have to become contortionists to load and unload planes. So that's not too popular of an idea.
No, not when you got so much room. How much can you carry back there, Randy?
It's 22 cubic feet, 80 pounds, with
80
a light
pounds.
engine. And then as we migrate up the scale of heavier engines, we'll start bringing up the baggage capacity.
Okay, yeah, because you're going to counterbalance the weight back
Exactly.
there. But you got Rotax in here. I know you're a Rotax fan. What else are you looking at?
My personal plane might have the 320 like
Okay.
and then the 180 horse UL power.
Yeah, I know you looked into the UL power. I did a little thing. You did the thing. I just had it on my website.
That?
Yeah. And you were pretty impressed by that. I know you're a Rotax believer.
Well, we like Rotax, but you know, you can't have a Carnival with one ride.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
And people like choices. And you're selling. Are you going to do SLSA with this?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so you got it. You got an SLSA line, fully built. That is. That means you can have an ELSA line, and of course your strength has long been in experimental amateur build.
Oh, yeah.
That means they can put any engine they want in it. So it's good you give people a choice. How has been the what number are you up to in total airplanes out there now? I always like to ask because you got a big number.
We're past 5,000.
You're past 5,000.
Yeah.
Really excellent job. So, well, a lot of information. And I'm looking back toward the camera here. Your nice little booklet that you started doing a while ago. I see you got the you got the courier on the front. I bet you the Raven's going to get on one of the next versions.
Yeah, the next issue we're just going to have to maybe debate because the courier's well loved.
Yeah, well,
And
you know I came to believe in that.
And it's
a wonderful
gaining
airplane.
popularity. I think it outsold everything this year, which is
that right?
unusual.
Is that right?
Because the Coyote sales have always kind of been the lead, and this year it finally got a
Well, the
glimpse.
courier's a sweetheart. We flew in it several years ago, and I went, oh, I get the magic. But anyway, that's a lot of questions, and you've got a nice info source there for people. Where do we go on the web to get even more?
RANS.com.
RANS.com.
It's
Pretty easy.
hard to remember.
RANS. That's easy.
Just Google Dan Johnson, Randy Schlitter, and you'll get things you don't want to see.
Probably some of that too. So, but you can find lots of stuff about RANS. I've got a whole bunch of, I think, reviews of virtually all your airplanes over years. Find that on bydanjohnson.com or bydanjohnson.com. Thanks for joining us here at Seabright.